Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about quite a cool topic. It's just going to be a few tips for writer's effect. And for those of you who do not know what writer's effect mean, writer's effect is a portion that appears in the English first language paper. Its requirements are that they'll give you a short passage, and you'll have to pick out phrases and analyze what these phrases mean. But honestly, the skills I will talk about in this particular video may be more applicable to English literature students, because while the writer's effect in the English first language paper requires knowledge of these skills as well, they wouldn't really need it to this level. You wouldn't have to describe it to this extent. Either way, watching this video would benefit both of these subjects. So I'm not here to talk about the basics today. Not in this video. I'm not here to explain to you what a metaphor is, what a simile is, what a hyperbole is. I'm not here to explain to you alliteration. I'm not here to explain to you imagery. No, we're not doing that. What I'm here to tell you, to share with you today, is something that we don't often consider. So two main things, actually, that is not often thought about. They're not really linked in any way other than the fact that they're both great points to talk about when you're analyzing poetry or text, but I think it's worthwhile to combine them into one video. So the first topic that I'm going to be talking about is actually the differences between a simile and a metaphor. And no, I'm not talking about how when it's a simile, we use the words as or like. And I'm not talking about how in metaphor we don't. I'm talking about the difference of feeling it conveys. Okay, so let me give you an example. We'll start off with a super simple metaphor. For example, he is the star of my universe. Okay, so this is a metaphor because nobody can literally be the star of the universe. That's not a thing. A person cannot be a star. So when we say he is the star of my universe, it simply means that he is very important to me. He is everything to me, and he's how I live on. Now, if I change this to a simile, so that would become, he is like the star of my universe. Now, very often, we will interpret these in the same way. Okay, and the only difference we know between a simile and a metaphor is the words that we use. But have any of us actually thought about what difference it makes? Why did the writer choose to use a metaphor instead of a simile, or vice versa? Why? What is the different effect? What does the word like add or take from the expression? So I'm going to give you a few moments to dwell on it. Really read these two sentences and try to feel the difference. He is the star of my universe. He is like the star of my universe. Okay, so you can pause the video to think about it. I'll give you some time. All right, so back to here. What exactly is the difference? Now, can you feel that there is a difference in immersion, in how much you believe, the conviction in each of these lines? He is the star of my universe. That is pure belief. You are not comparing him to anything. You are saying that he is the star in the center of your universe. You're stating it like it's a fact. The conviction, the belief in this statement is 100% there. It's the maximum that you can go. Versus, he is like the star of my universe. He is like the star of my universe. Yeah, you believe in it. Yeah, it's something that you think, but it's not as strong. The intensity of it is just a bit lower. By adding in the word like, you remove a bit of the conviction, a bit of the belief in that sentence. It's not a big difference or a startling difference by any means, but in a turning point of the story, just this little detail can make the whole scene feel different. Now, just imagine, let's put it in a non-metaphorical context just to understand a bit more. He is a father to me versus he is like a father to me. So this is not a metaphor. A man can be your father. But just adding and removing the like, this is you saying that he is your father. Regardless of biological relation, this man is a father to you. He is your father. That's it, point blank. Versus he's like a father to me. You're removing the connection. He's not your father. He's just a father figure. So let's use a simpler metaphor to break it down more. He runs... okay, no, that doesn't work. He is as fast as a cheetah. Yes, we're going back to elementary with these lines here. Gosh. He is as fast as a cheetah versus he is a fast cheetah. He's a fast cheetah. Okay. So he is as fast as a cheetah. It takes away from it. You know, do you feel that? We're saying that he's fast, yeah, like a cheetah, as fast as a cheetah, but he's not a cheetah. He's not fast enough to actually make me believe he's a cheetah. He's an imitation. He is similar to a cheetah versus he is a fast cheetah. This man is so fast that I am convinced he is a cheetah. I'm convinced, I'm sold. It's the difference of the conviction. So the next time you want to elevate your analysis, when you see someone using metaphor, you can say that it shows that your conviction in this statement, their belief is so strong because they are not saying that it's similar. They are saying that they are it, that these two things are one and the same. It's a direct comparison. There is no buffer. There is no filter. And for the simile, you can go vice versa. You can say that the conviction isn't as strong, that they believe in it, but there is still some hesitation. There is still a bit of a holding back. The emotions are maybe at an 80% and not at 100%. So you can use that the next time you encounter a simile or a metaphor. Now, for the second case, I'm going to be talking about over-exaggeration, hyperbole. Okay? Oh, that's spelled wrongly. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I keep spelling hyperbole wrongly. Okay. Hyperbole or over-exaggeration. Exaggeration. Okay, so you must be thinking, yeah, over-exaggeration means really intense emotion. And yes, for the most part, when we over-exaggerate, it means that we have very intense emotions. But how about to the point that it's irony? So for those of you who don't know what irony is when we say something that shouldn't happen, that wouldn't typically happen, but it did. It was unexpected. It was odd. Okay, so it's like kind of in line of sarcasm. It's there in those kind of emotions. So let me take a line from a novel that I will leave in the description because I can't remember the name. But there is a line that says, "All of my clean white bones." So clean and white, those words are emphasizing how pure the bone is, how clean it is, how white it is. It emphasizes purity. But think about it. Okay, are bones ever white? Are bones ever actually clean? Now, I'm sure many of us haven't seen human bones before. So let's go with something else. Chicken bones. If you're not vegetarian or vegan, I'm sure you've seen chicken bones before. Are they ever white? Are they ever white? Are they ever clean? No. They are always at least a bit gray or a bit yellow. They're never pure white. So this exaggeration doesn't make sense. Bones are never clean. Bones are never white. It's ironic. It's irony. It's going against what actually is reality. So in the context of this book in particular, we have taken bones to mean their past, okay? A hidden past, a buried past, because we bury bones. So it's a buried past. And all of my clean white bones are supposed to signify that their past was so pure and their hidden past was very clean, very free of any kind of sadness or torment or trauma. But we know that bones aren't actually white. Bones aren't actually clean. So that fact makes this irony. It means their past was the exact opposite. So, level 1 interpretation will take this to mean that their past is very scot-free. It's very pure. It's very normal. A level 2 interpretation would take it to say that there is something hidden in their past that they're trying to deny, but it's there and they can't deny it. Of course, everything is open to interpretation. Everyone can believe what they believe. But there are different levels to interpretation. And if you read the whole book, you would see that there was something hidden in their past. Their past wasn't pure. It wasn't clean. So the next time you encounter something like this in a poem or in your writer's effect, in a book, in whatever, when you notice over-exaggeration, look at the context that they put the over-exaggeration in as well. Does it fit? If it doesn't, it could be irony. And you could be enhancing your explanation or your analysis even more. So yes, today's video is super short and it's basically just covering 2 tips that I thought of. But I thought these are so useful to students doing literature or English because I didn't realize these until I got to like A-levels. Like, I knew about them kind of, but I couldn't put them into words. So now that I've put them into words, here you go. Here is literally me telling you but how you can interpret things in a way. Of course, you're free to interpret it in your own way, but I think this is pretty solid. So that's all for today. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.